Hey, it's Brock here from Rock Hill Farms, and I'm sitting out on my front porch on this beautiful fall evening, just soaking in the beauty of this property and trying to be appreciative of the opportunity I have to be the steward of this land. It's been raining all day, and I've been listening to a lot of videos, and I heard a few things on some of these videos that really struck a chord with me, and I thought, why not share that with my audience? If I felt blessed by this, then maybe you guys will as well. So I'm going to talk today about this phrase you see on my t-shirts all the time. Enjoy capitalism. Now, you can put a million things on a t-shirt, and I could choose to wear anything, but you see this shirt all the time. So I've got a stack of them. I think I've got 4 of them this color and a couple that are another shade of red. And so I want to talk about what that term means to me, enjoy capitalism. I also want to talk about what drives our decision making. I want to talk about making choices for the right reasons, and I want to talk about regret. And if it's not your cup of tea, that's all right. You can come back tomorrow and I'll be cutting down a tree or running a tractor. So let's start with the capitalism portion. And the first thing I want to say is that this is not a political opinion video. I won't be responding to any comments that talk about Trump or Biden or socialism versus capitalism, because to me, that doesn't even mean, I guess, what it means to some other people. And that is the idea that anyone in this country can start with nothing and achieve anything they want through hard work. And I think it's really important that we protect that idea that anyone can accomplish anything through hard work. And the reason for that goes to a saying that goes something like, the definition of contentment or happiness in life is feeling like you're making progress towards a worthwhile goal. So that might be that you want to have a really nice property and you're clearing trees and digging out rocks and widening your driveway and fixing things up, keeping your field mowed. That is progress towards something you believe is worthwhile, which is maintaining your property. You're trying to build a life, a property you want to retire on. You're building something, for your kids or your grandkids. Can mean starting a business, getting a promotion in your job. But I think the most important thing for people to feel satisfaction in a lot of ways is to feel like you're progressing towards something. And it doesn't matter what that something is. We all have a different idea of what we want out of life. And if all you want is to put in your time at work and then enjoy time with your family, there's nothing wrong with that goal. That's a phenomenal life. But to me, capitalism means that what you do matters. In that, if you're lazy and irresponsible, then you're going to get a worse result than someone who works hard and does the right thing. I think that it's so important that our actions have consequences, even if that doesn't work out for me next time. So that's what I mean by enjoy capitalism. That's why I've got a whole stack of enjoy capitalism shirts, because it hits home with me in a business sense that I was doing work for a lot of years that I didn't like. I took a huge risk and I saw some reward from that. And I saw that if I had done it better, I could have seen more reward. And I saw that as soon as you as an individual have any type of success, you now have an opportunity and a responsibility to carry as many people as you can with you and help others. So the next topic I want to get into ties into this, but it might take me just a minute to get there. And hopefully my train of thought doesn't derail and I end up somewhere else. But I heard a line today that I haven't heard this way before, and that is that there is no life without regret, but we have the power to choose the type of regret that we live with. You can regret the choice you make or the choice you don't make. So I don't want to make it sound like it's a healthy thing to sit around and just lament all your past decisions. You want to have a healthy respect for the fact that you don't know how things are going to turn out. And maybe if you did that thing that you think you should have done, maybe it wouldn't have worked out for you. But if I have the choice between regretting the fact that I tried something and failed, or regretting never trying, I'm going to choose to regret my failure instead of my lack of action. Again, this all comes back to what your goals are. Then the bigger your goal, I guess the bigger the risk you should want to take. But for me, the things I regret the most are making poor choices about how I spend my time or not taking a risk. And the really interesting part of this conversation that triggered me today, the reason I made this video, was someone was talking about why people don't do the things they want to do. Say, I want to try this new thing. I want to start a YouTube channel. I want to move to a new place. I want to go back to school even though I'm a little older. I want to do this or whatever it is. And they don't do it. And a lot of times, if you really break down the reason that you didn't do something, it's because of what other people will think. That's something I've struggled with a lot, where I was afraid to do something because I was afraid of what other people thought. I feel like pushing myself outside of my comfort zone is usually a result I feel good about later. What this video said that really struck me is, it's not even, a lot of times, it's not even a general, what will people think? Who's people? A lot of times it's one guy, like John from work will make fun of me, or my mom will not approve, or the neighbor, or that one kid from high school. And then if you think about it, anything that you let affect your decision making, you're giving that thing control over you. When my kids get really angry about something, I say, it's important that you define what's happening right now. If you are angry because the person in front of you is driving slow, then you are giving that person control over your mood. What's the most important thing you have in life is your enjoyment of your life. And today, I'm giving control and power over my enjoyment to the person in the car in front of me. The speed they drive will control my enjoyment of my day. I don't know if you say it that way, if you'd wake up in the morning and say, some person I've never met has control of my happiness today. Or if you want to take control of it yourself, and you can do that in multiple ways. You can say, if I'm 5 minutes later than I wanted, that's okay. Or you can leave early, or whatever the case may be. But just know and be aware that anything that makes you angry, you have given that thing control over your happiness. Another quote I really like is that sometimes you have to jump without a parachute. And it's amazing how often that parachute shows up as soon as your feet leave the cliff. If you wait until the time is right, the time will never be right. A lot of people in that situation will say, when I have the time, when I have the equipment, when I learn this, whenever that, then I'm going to do it. You'll never be ready. So what's the point of the video? There isn't one. Sorry for wasting your time. But basically, if I hear something and I think it's profound, there's a good chance I'm going to tell you guys about it. So I appreciate you taking time to watch this video. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.